Have you ever been in a conversation, and suddenly, it feels like you don't exist? One moment, they're all in, laughing, planning, sharing their world, and the next, silence. No replies. No explanations, just a cold distance that cuts deeper than any harsh word. Why does it happen? What unseen forces drive someone to disappear instead of confronting you? Welcome to the real cause behind being ignored, a Stoic perspective. Before we dive in, if you're ready to reclaim your calm and respond with clarity rather than confusion, please do 3 quick things. Like this video to let me know this topic matters to you. Subscribe to Stoic Legacy for more wisdom to master life's toughest moments. Ring the bell so you never miss a new lesson on staying unshaken. Let's begin. They test your reaction. Imagine someone abruptly stops all contact. No calls. No texts. No, how are you? Your first instinct is panic. You question yourself, did I do something wrong? But more often than not, this silence is a test. A subtle, manipulative experiment to see how much control they have over your heart and mind. They want to know, will you chase? Will you over-explain? Will you beg for their attention? The moment you react in desperation, they win. They prove they can pull your strings. The Stoic response: he who needs least from others is most powerful. When you recognize this test, refuse to play. Stay calm. Stay centered. Offer no bait. In the stillness of non-reaction, you break their leverage. You become untouchable. Pause. Breathe. Remember, silence is your ally. They no longer benefit from you. Some relationships are transactional. You give advice, favors, or access, and they stay. But the moment you stop providing the service, they vanish. Think of it like a phone plugged in. As long as it's charging, it stays connected. When it's full, it pulls the plug. That's painful. But it's also clarifying. That Epictetus warned, attach yourself to what is true, not to those who are passing through. When you realize someone only valued you for their gain, do this. Recognize the pattern, stop the chase, release them to find their own outlet. Your worth is not in what you give, but in who you are. Stand firm. Keep your dignity. Those who need you will stay, because they see your value beyond convenience. They're influenced by others sometimes. It's not about you at all. It's the whisper of gossip, the pull of someone else's opinion. A weak mind can be turned, like a leaf in the wind, carried in any direction. They hear rumors. They believe them. They judge before ever asking for your side. The Stoic mind, however, is rooted. It seeks facts. It demands direct conversation. When you see this, don't defend to the crowd. Stand in your truth. Allow their loyalty, or disloyalty, to reveal itself. True friends don't abandon you because of hearsay. They come to you. They test for truth. Let the rest drift away. No chase. No argument. Just quiet confidence in your integrity. You've stopped playing by their rules. Some people only stay as long as they can control you. They set invisible boundaries. This is how you think, how you act, how you feel. When you stop tolerating manipulation or guilt trips, they pull away. It's not because you changed, it's because you stopped playing their game. Like a puppet whose strings are cut, you're no longer theirs to command. The moment you refuse to honor their hidden contract, they lose interest. True independence costs you relationships that never truly valued you. Celebrate your freedom. Stand firm in your values. Let them walk away. They feel intimidated by your growth. When you start growing, leveling up, they see their own stagnation reflected back at them. Suddenly, you're too busy, too different, too successful. They don't celebrate your rise. They resent it. It's easier to step back than to face their own insecurities. But remember, your growth is not an attack. It's a test of who will rise with you. Real friends push you higher. Those who can't keep pace will bow out. Don't shrink your light to keep others comfortable, shine brighter. Your tribe will find you. You've exposed their true nature. Some people live in darkness, through half-truths, manipulations, and hidden motives. When you call out their lies, switch on the light, they can't survive. They will accuse you of changing you, when really you stopped letting them take advantage. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The truth offends only those living a lie." So don't regret seeing the truth. Stand firm in your integrity. Let the deceivers vanish. You've lost illusions, not real connections. It's a blessing in disguise. Being ignored can feel like rejection, but it's often a filter. Trees shed leaves to make room for new growth. So do you. When people walk away without explanation, they reveal they were never meant to stay. Instead of grieving, be grateful for the clarity. Silence is not your enemy. It's the answer you never knew you needed. It clears space for those who truly see you, appreciate you, and choose to stay. Silence may sting, but it also teaches. Tests reveal strength, loss reveals truth. Growth reveals who will follow you. If you found these insights powerful, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Legacy. Join our community committed to living wisely, responding with resilience, and rising unshaken. Drop a comment below. Which realization hit you hardest today? Your journey to inner strength continues now. Stay calm. Stay centered. Stay stoic. When you stop playing by their hidden rules, they lose the power to keep you in place. Some people only stay connected as long as they can dictate your thoughts, your words, even your mood. The moment you refuse to honor their silent contract, when you say no to manipulation, stand firm on your boundaries, or simply choose your own path, they vanish. It's not because you've done something wrong, but because you've stopped responding the way they expected. Like a puppet whose strings are cut, you no longer dance to their tune. Celebrate that freedom. Independence always costs a few shallow relationships, but it also creates space for genuine ones, those who respect you as an equal rather than a plaything. As you grow, some will feel intimidated. Your progress, your new habits, your rising confidence, they see a reflection of everything they've refused to become. You're no longer the familiar you who fit their comfort zone. Instead of celebrating your ascent, they step back, sometimes with small jabs or excuses. You've changed. But remember, growth isn't betrayal. When you evolve, you test the limits of your old circle. Real allies don't resent your success, they're inspired by it. If someone walks away because you're leveling up, let them. You're not shrinking to keep others comfortable, you're shining brighter, and that helps friends see what's possible. Eventually, you'll expose true natures. When you refuse to play games, question hidden motives, or look past half-truths, the deceivers evaporate. They relied on shadows, lies, exaggerations, subtle coercions. Turn on the light of your clarity, and they have nowhere to hide. They may accuse you of being too harsh or unrecognizable, but what they really fear is losing the ability to manipulate. Marcus Aurelius warned, "The truth offends those living a lie." Stand firm in your honesty. You're not losing people, you're exposing who never deserved your trust. And here's the final twist: being ignored can be a gift in disguise. Silence can feel like rejection, but it's often a filter, one that reveals what was never real. Like trees shedding dead leaves to make room for new growth, letting go of inauthentic connections makes space for genuine ones. Instead of mourning those who walked away without explanation, be grateful for their clarity. Their absence frees you to invest in relationships that require no proof of loyalty, those that flourish naturally and effortlessly. The silence you feared becomes the quiet before new, meaningful conversations. So when conversations end in sudden quiet, remember, you've outgrown old patterns, tested your own steadfastness, and revealed who stood by your side for the right reasons. Each silent departure is a new lesson in self-mastery. Each vanished connection clears the path for stronger, wiser, and more aligned relationships. Hold fast to your values. Stand unwavering in your integrity. And know that when you refuse to play by others' rules, your calm becomes your power and attracts the right kind of people into your life. So you've been ignored, ghosted, distanced, left in silence, without warning or reason. Now what? The first instinct is to chase answers, to beg clarity, to fill the silence with guesses, with stories, with blame, either theirs or your own. But the Stoic doesn't chase ghosts. The Stoic sits still, breathes deep, and begins the real work. Number 1. Anchor your identity in yourself. Who are you when no one texts back? When no one checks in? When they forget your name, your presence, your impact? The Stoic's answer is simple. You are still you. Your value doesn't evaporate because someone else stopped noticing it. Their silence doesn't rewrite your worth. Sit with that. Reflect on it. Let it burn away the dependency you may not have noticed forming. Write this down somewhere. I am who I am, even in silence. Every time you catch yourself wondering what they think of you, return to this. Their opinion was never the foundation. You were. Number 2. Audit your attachments. Ask yourself, what exactly hurt when they disappeared? Was it the person, or the role they played? Was it their presence, or the validation they gave? Was it companionship, or the fear of loneliness? Detach what's real from what was merely filling a hole. This is hard work. But clarity begins where illusions end. Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. What you miss might be a fantasy. What you're clinging to might be comfort, not connection. Audit ruthlessly. What stays is truth. What fades was fog. Number 3. Reclaim your energy. Silence can be exhausting if you spend it overthinking. If your mind keeps asking, why did they go? Or what did I do wrong? Stop. Ask a better question. What can I do now with the energy I'm wasting on them? Shift that focus. Start something. Write. Train. Build. Reflect. Every ounce of attention you pull back is power reclaimed. Every time you choose action over rumination, you fortify your mind. Let their silence become the fuel that propels you forward. Don't beg to be seen. Become someone who doesn't need the spotlight to shine. Number 4. Create a code. A Stoic lives by principles, not reactions. So write your code. Define what you stand for. Not in vague hopes, but in clear lines. Here's a starting point. I will not chase those who walk away. I will not confuse silence with self-worth. I will not collapse because I am alone. I will hold dignity even in uncertainty. I will show up for myself every day, especially when others don't. Read this each morning. Or better yet, write your own. When you live by a code, others' unpredictability becomes irrelevant. You're no longer blown by the winds of emotion. You become the anchor. Number 5. Practice voluntary silence. If being ignored disturbs you, lean into silence, not to punish yourself, but to master the feeling. Sit in a room without your phone. Resist the urge to reach out, to scroll, to distract. In that stillness, ask, what am I afraid of? What if no one ever replies? Can I still stand tall? And you'll see, you can. Silence, once feared, becomes sacred. It becomes space, not emptiness. A chance to meet yourself fully. Without noise. Without masks. Without waiting for others to confirm your existence. Number 6. Observe without judging. Next time someone fades away, resist the urge to label them toxic or yourself unworthy. Just observe. See it as a pattern, not a personal attack. People leave for 100 reasons: fear, insecurity, distraction, guilt. Most have nothing to do with you. Don't make every silence a story about your failure. Instead, say, interesting. This is information. Data. Clarity. Proof of who they are, and perhaps who they've always been. Let it inform your choices moving forward, not poison your peace. Number 7. Build a fortress, not a wall. The Stoic doesn't isolate. He strengthens. Being ignored isn't a sign to shut down, it's a signal to build better. Better boundaries. Better company. Better self-trust. Start asking, who in my life shows up consistently? Who sees me even when I don't shine? Nurture those connections. And where there's none, become that for yourself. Treat yourself with the consistency others denied you. Keep promises to yourself. Show up when you say you will. Build a relationship with your own soul that doesn't flicker based on outside presence. This is your fortress. Number 8. Refuse to play the game. Modern culture teaches you to respond to being ignored with manipulation. Go no contact. Make them miss you. Trigger their fear of loss. Don't. That's not Stoicism. That's theater. Power games for those still afraid of silence. Instead, let go. Not as a performance, but as peace. Real detachment doesn't need attention to prove it exists. Real strength doesn't need revenge to feel whole. Walk away not to be chased, but because the path no longer aligns with your values. Number 9. Transmute pain into purpose. What can this silence teach you? Is it resilience? Discernment? Patience? Emotional control? Journal on it. Extract the lesson. Make it useful, then speak it. Share it. Help someone else going through the same storm. When you turn pain into perspective, you rob it of its power. You become a guide, not a victim. That's the Stoic way, not just to endure suffering, but to elevate it. To turn ashes into insight. To turn endings into new philosophies. Number 10. Practice memento mori. The truth is, some people leave and never return. Some words go forever unsaid. Some closures never come. Memento mori. Remember death. Not to be morbid, but to awaken. Every goodbye might be the last. Every silence might be final. So don't waste life waiting. Live now. Fully. Deeply. And with a mind free from the need to be constantly acknowledged. You don't need replies to be alive. You don't need applause to be worthy. You don't need them to come back in order to move forward. Your path is your own. And when you walk it in peace, even the quiet becomes a companion.